Alrighty guys, we're back for the early access event of Tales of Middle-earth. We're going to be playing some Tempting Orzhov, and the Lord of the Rings set is not for standard unfortunately, so this is actually an Alchemy brew. We're going to go over the deck, then hop right into some games, but first things first, for anyone who may not know, I'm Redcat and I play aggro decks and any decks with red in them as well, so I hope that sounds fun to ya. Also, we do got that Discord link down in the description if you're interested in joining that up. Okay, what do we got in the build here? We got all 9 Nazgûls. This is a 3-mana 1/2 Wraith Knight. It has Death Touch, and a deck can have up to 9 cards named Nazgûl. And look at how cool this is, man. Every single one has different artwork. I love this so much. I think this one's my favorite artwork, but I'm not really sure. They're all so good, man. Hopefully we'll get to see a variant of each artwork in the games today as well. So it has more than just those abilities though. So when it enters the battlefield, the ring tempts you. And as the ring tempts you, you get an emblem named the ring. If you don't have one, then your emblem gains the next ability and you choose a creature you control to become or remain your ring bearer. Okay. So the ring emblem over there, it has those 4 separate abilities, right? So your ring bearer is legendary and can't be blocked by creatures with greater power. Okay, the next ability is whenever your ring bearer attacks, draw a card, then discard a card. Not bad. The next ability, whenever your ring bearer becomes blocked by a creature, that creature's controller sacrifices it at the end of combat. And the last ability here, whenever your ring bearer deals combat damage to a player, each opponent loses 3 life. Pretty cool, guys, overall. I think it's going to be simple. I don't think it's going to be, like, I know a lot of people thought the dungeon mechanic was a pretty complicated one. I think this is a little bit simpler than the dungeon mechanic, but we'll see, huh? So when the ring tempts you, you put a +1/+1 counter on each wraith you control is the final thing to read on the Nazgûl here. I know, a lot to go over, right? But we only got to go over the ring one time, so... What else do we got packed in here then, guys? So Frodo, Sauron's Bane, is a 1-mana 1/2 legendary creature. And then for 2 mana, it's a hybrid mana between white and black. If Frodo, Sauron's Bane, is a citizen, it becomes a halfling scout with base power and toughness 2/3 and has a lifelink. Okay. For 3 black mana, if Frodo is a scout, it becomes a halfling rogue with whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, that player loses the game if the ring has tempted you 4 or more times this game. Otherwise, the ring tempts you. Pretty cool 1-drop, man. It really is, huh? Let's keep going over the new stuff real quick here. Gollum's Bite is a 1-mana instant speed target creature. It's -2/-2 until end of turn. And then for 3 a black, you can exile Gollum's Bite from your graveyard. The ring tempts you. Activate only as a sorcery. It'll be interesting to see if this does a thing today, huh? We got Call of the Ring here. It's a 2-mana enchantment at the beginning of your upkeep. The ring tempts you. Whenever you choose a creature as your ring bearer, you may pay 2 life. If you do draw a card, that could be an interesting way to keep our hand nice and stocked up, huh? So we got Gollum, Patient Plotter. It's a 2-mana 3/1 legendary creature. When it leaves the battlefield, the ring tempts you, and then for 1 black mana, sacrifice a creature, return Gollum from your graveyard to your hand, activate only as a sorcery. Lots of new stuff to go over, man. Samwise the Stouthearted. This is a 2-mana 2/1 with flash. It is a legendary creature, of course. When Samwise the Stouthearted enters the battlefield, choose up to 1 target permanent card in your graveyard that was put there from the battlefield this turn. Return it to your hand. Then the ring tempts you. Nice. Also got Slip on the Ring, which is a 2-mana instant speed. Exile target creature you own, then return it to the battlefield under your control. The ring tempts you. Could be an interesting way to protect one of your creatures from some removal, but then also get some of these ETBs going again, huh? Okay, we got a couple of Boromirs here. Warden of the Tower. It's a 3-mana 3/3 Vigilance. Legendary creature. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, if no mana was spent to cast it, counter that spell. Okay. Sacrifice Boromir. Creatures you control gain indestructible until end of turn, and the ring tempts you. This card looks pretty good, man. It looks solid. Okay, is that all the new stuff? All right, what else do we got packed in, man? Got a couple cut downs, early removal, seems relatively important. Oh, Nasty End is a new one. It's a 2-mana instant speed. As an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice a creature. Draw 2 cards. If the sacrificed creature was a legendary, draw 3 cards instead. think this is going to be pretty solid in here because guess what exists over here in Alchemy, guys? Our Shamble buddy making an appearance. Shambling Ghast is a 1 mana, 1/1. Whenever Shamble buddy dies, choose one. So you can either Brave the Stench, target creature and opponent controls gets -1/-1 until end of turn, or Search the Body, create a treasure token, which happens to be pretty good, man. This just a terrific 1-drop, isn't it, overall? And when we have cards like Gollum to sacrifice or Nasty End, yeah, it's going to be relatively decent. Got a top end here, a couple Inquisitor Captains. It's a 4 mana, 3/3 human cleric, and I know this is a standard channel, so we don't get to see the Alchemy cards too often, so I should go over it, even though it's been around for a while in Alchemy. Has Vigilance, so when Inquisitor Captain enters the battlefield, if you cast it and there are 20 or more creature cards with mana value 3 or less among cards in your graveyard, hand, and library, seek 2 creature cards with mana value 3 or less. So when you seek a card, put 1 at random from your library into your hand. Then you can put 1 of them onto the battlefield and shuffle the other into your library. Yep, it's gonna be solid, man. It's going to be great to just like grab a Nazgûl out of the deck. When you're seeking and you have 9 Nazgûls, it's going to be a pretty good chance of actually seeing one. So now the total creatures in here, we have 27. So that's 24 that are mana value 3 or less. And all we have to do is not have a few of them on the board or in exile, right? So it's going to hit often. We got another one here. It's Raddic, Tal Zealot, and this is a 4 mana 4/4. It's a legendary creature. It's a human knight. It has hexproof from white and hexproof from black, which is pretty good, man. Whenever 1 or more knights you control attack, draft a card from Raddic's spellbook. And there's a bunch of cards over here in the spellbook. I'm not going to go over them, but honestly, just drafting a card from spellbooks happens to be pretty decent. I wanted to try this because all the Nazgûls are knights. So we have 9 3-drop knights in here, right? The mana base, guys, I got a Plaza of Heroes. We do have a lot of legendaries. Maybe this should be 2 of, huh? Over here in Alchemy, we have the Great Land Forsaken Crossroads, which is a solid one. Not going to go over it, just helps us mana fix. It's really solid, man. We got 4 Shattered Sanctum, 4 Caves. We got an Abandoned Mire, of course. Seat of the Empire, heavily leaning towards the black mana because that's what the deck is leaning towards. Got some honorable mentions over here. Not going to go over them. It's just cards that I considered for the build. I'll go over the names, though. We got Sam's Desperate Rescue. Claim the Precious, the Black Breath, the One Ring. In a deck where the ring tempts you matters, it feels weird not having like at least one of these, but I think it would have been pretty slow, and I'm an aggro player and definitely tried to build this to be aggressive. So Sauron, that's kind of the same concept, man. Some of these were just too expensive to consider. Ring Wraiths and a Witch King. That's that, guys. Let's go ahead, hop into some games and see how we do. There we go. We found an opponent. Let's go. Yes, I'm so excited. Now, what am I thinking for the build, man? I think it's actually going to be a relatively difficult one, and maybe I should have practiced with it before making a video. Okay, we'll give it a shot. We have a couple Call of the Rings. Hopefully we have a lot of 1-drops in here, a lot of 2-drops. We'll be fine. We'll totally draw into stuff. Hey, goblins, let's go. Oh, wow, the Shamble Buddy would have been great last turn. Let's get this down, make sure we use the mana, because, I mean, having Call of the Ring down. So the ring's going to tempt us at the beginning. Oh, no. A couple Shamble Buddies. Yeah, we should get these down. These clean up the goblins pretty well. Okay, Rundvelt. Well, it doesn't clean up the goblins too well now. We should still block, though. Oh, wow, they hold back. All right, Shamble Buddy, you are my ring bearer. Should I take 2 draw? Sure, why not, man? We need to see land, so... Oh, no. Nasty End is decent. We draw 2, probably, maybe find a land? Okay. So we get rid of the Rundvelt Hordemaster when we do this as well. Like, I was thinking treasure, but we gotta make sure. What did they exile here? Ranger's Firebrand. Okay. Oh, nice. We did find some land here then. That's good news, man. Go ahead and get the swamp down for the turn. Alright, no attacks. We know how explosive goblins can be because of my last video, so Goblin Influx Array. Uh-oh. Trap Finder comes down. Still, this Shamble Buddy just cleans up this board, man. I mean, it doesn't clean it all up, obviously. Oh yeah, these blocks are worthwhile, man. Okay, taking 2. Or 3 because of the Scamp ability here. And then we're going to go minus on this Scamp. Minus on you. Yeah, Trap Finder's pretty great because they'll get more goblins to their hand, and obviously Goblin Influx Array is going to keep them nice and stocked too, so we're going to have to do something fast. Okay, the ring has tempted us 3 times this game. Get this down, it's a 4/4, which could be decent. I'd like to get the Nazgûl down, though. I feel like I put too many Call of the Rings in the deck, guys. Honestly, getting a 4/4 down that can block well, you never know, they might not have a lot of removal. As good as the Nazgûls are, I will wait for next turn, right? We'll get Call of the Ring down with one of them. Goblin War Chief, nice. Goblins cost 1 less. Yeah, this is scary. Firebrand to face. Choose the Ring Bearer. Nice, nice, that's cool, man. I didn't even consider Ranger's Firebrand for my Goblin build. We probably should not pay the 2 life. Okay, this is our Ring Bearer. How cool that is. Okay. Oh, Inquisitor's Captain. That's really good. Oh, man. What do I do? I guess it's Captain now. We've kind of been lagging behind our land a little bit ever since the Shambling Ghast draw. Nazgûl 1, Nazgûl 2. That's awesome, dude. All right, let's get one onto the board. Now we have 2 more here, so choose the Ring Bearer. I mean, this is fine, right? Yeah. I guess. And then our Wraith, so we're going to decline. We have enough blockers. Can't be blocked by creatures with greater power, so the Nazgûl can block there at least. We shouldn't swing, right? Yeah, not when the Influx Array is pumping goblins into their hand. Oh, buddy, and they all have haste thanks to the War Chief. This is scary. That was free. That was free to cast. Now I know what everyone felt like going up against my goblin list, man. I probably could have played out the beginning turns a little better, but right now it really feels like the Call of the Ring needs to drop down to 3. And depending on what we see today too, like just more removal could have been good. But of course, like, we want to see the new cards. And Call of the Ring seems like a really powerful one too, so... They got chump blockers for days. They could probably outlast for a little while here. I wonder. Okay, Influx Array. Yeah, they're just holding back. Who's my Ring Bearer? I guess you can remain my Ring Bearer, right? I'd love to draw extra, but being at 10 against goblins is super sketchy. Alright, couple Nazgûls. Let's do this, man. I love the sound. It's so cool. All right. Let's keep it on you, I suppose, right? Okay. Oh, I accidentally clicked that. Oops-a-daisy. There's so much to click through, man. All right, let's change the Ring Bearer to one of the Nazgûls here. And let's decline because being at 8 is even more scary. At this point, we should probably start swinging, right? We'll start swinging with the Ring Bearer. We have 5 on the board. We're drafting from the spell book. Other knights you control get +1/+1. Oh, lifelink, that could be good. You gain X life. Oh, that's great, man. What's this one? Okay, alright, let's get the Swordmaster for some life gain, dude. That seems insane. Alright, discard a Call of the Ring. This is cool, dude. I mean, this is working out nicely, but it's anyone's game. Hopefully I can activate the Swordmaster next turn. Because we have 4 knights on the board, guys. That'll be terrific life gain. Now, if they take this, they're taking an extra 3 here. So whenever this deals combat damage to a player, each opponent loses 3 life. We also get the other abilities. So that was whenever it attacked. Let's see here. Whenever this creature becomes blocked, that creature's controller sacrifices it. Okay. So let's see. Let's see if they can get explosive enough to do 8 damage. I really wish I didn't draw that extra, but we'll see, man. Uh-huh. Pathfinder. Yep, it was going to have haste anyways. So if they buff this wide board state, it's over, dude. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Assault! Oh no! Okay, we can't even block the ring bearer, man. Yeah, GG opponent. Look at how scary this is. Don't even know where we want to block. I think it's over regardless, right? We can, we're taking the 2 no matter what, and then all the rest of the double strike goes through. So I guess if I would have held the Nazgûl back, we would have survived. Oh, actually, if I wouldn't have accidentally clicked the Call of the Ring too. No, we'd be at 0 then. So we needed to not activate Call of the Ring last turn and hold a creature back too. Either way, this was a fun one. Good game, opponent. Good game. Yeah, I definitely could have played that one out much better. Bear with me, guys. I wasn't expecting to get into this early access event, so I had a lot of cards to read in the last couple days. I did my best, and hopefully I put together some fun lists. Speaking of fun lists, oh wow, we got right into the next game, guys. I've been having to edit out these middle parts, but that was pretty decent. Okay, only a couple land again. I think we'll be fine. We'll be fine. We were fine last time, and Shamble Buddy can help us ramp. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. I will have the 3. Xander's Lounge. That's probably something we should be scared about. Grixis. Oh, Plains. Oh, Leyline Binding. Well, that'll take care of that. I guess Gollum Patient Plotter was a good draw, huh? Get that down onto the board. Get ready for the Nazgûl. Dang, dude, I don't know which one is my favorite art. These are so great. Okay, 3rd mana. Frodo's pretty good. Keeping 2 open. Probably just keep the Leyline Binding open. Usually when opponents play with Leyline Binding, they have all 4, and they usually see a couple right away when they need them, so I don't mind going Frodo here. Let's start with the swing. Start with the swing. Let's go Frodo and keep the 2 open for either flashing down Sam or activating the Frodo ability. How do you guys feel about that? Leyline Binding number 2, yep. A good target. We could actually go Gollum's Bite on the Frodo and then bring it back with Samwise later on. Nah, this is fine. I'll still flash in the Samwise on their turn, probably. We don't have enchantment removal, so... Wow, Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Who missed it, guys? Who missed it? Still alive and kicking over here in Alchemy. Alright. This is probably better than using the Samwise this turn, because the Samwise has an ability. I probably should have chose a Ring Bearer last turn too. I don't know what the proper... Alright, Gollum, you are my Ring Bearer, buddy. There you go. Because if we would have done Nazgûl a couple turns in a row... No, I mean, the Binding would have just hit the Golem then. Because I was thinking about that second ability here. Whenever your Ring Bearer attacks, draw a card, discard a card, filter through a little bit. This deck kind of sort of built itself overall, guys. It really did. I gotta be real with you. Like, the card synergies kind of just worked. Ended up building itself. Okay, that's a lot of mana open. Probably right? Probably a Wandering Emperor. Okay, Nazgûl number 2. Attempting Nazgûl number 2, right? We do it before combat because it definitely affects the combat. I'm going to keep Gollum as the ring bearer. Here we go. Very nice. That's so cool. Swinging for 7 here, potentially, right? So if they drop Wandering Emperor, they drop Wandering Emperor, get rid of this Nazgûl. Discard a card. I don't mind getting rid of the Nazgûl, keeping the land, playing the land next turn, then going Samwise, grab the Nazgûl back, and then play it. I hope I'm pronouncing this right. I kind of forget how they said it in... Yeah, the classic 1, 2, 3 leyline binding, man. I don't know what it is. It like forces leyline binding into people's hands. It was the same way when I played domain builds too. I gotta be real with you. You gotta be prepared for the 4th one too. It's very possible. We also still have to play around cards like Wandering Emperor and everything, so. No new cards from the opponent yet, but I believe that I believe there's new cards in there. Cruelty, huh? What do they want to do with that? So the ring will tempt us off the Sam. The Nazgûl gets a little boost. Oh, Boromir's great. We probably still just do this, though. Right, because we got to play around board wipes at some point, but Indestructible doesn't work against the domain board wipe anyway, so... So that trade's there. I guess we'll go on to the Nazgûl this time. And wait, what? Huh? What? Choose up to 1 target permanent card in your graveyard that was put there from the battlefield this turn. Oh, I'm crazy, guys. I read my cards once, so that's good at least, right? Don't want Indestructible on Golem. I'm gonna just save Boromir back. This is fine, guys, because we don't know what we're discarding. Oh, discard the Golem then, right? Okay. That's not bad. They end up chumping. Down to 5. Now the question is, do we want to get Boromir down, or do we want to play around the -X/-X? Because, yeah. -X/-X could happen here quite easily. I'm gonna play around the board wipe, unfortunately, guys. The board wipe being -X/-X. It's better to just keep creatures in hand to play out after they wipe the board. Okay, they grab our Nazgûl. Yeah, guys, be careful with the Samwise play. For some reason, I just thought I was grabbing a permanent back from the grave, but it has to be put there from the battlefield this turn. Excuse me. That is not the board wipe I was expecting. Luckily, the Nazgûl survived. They still have the chump blocker, though. What is this? Enters the battlefield and deals X damage to each creature. More creatures your opponent's control die. You create a treasure token. Oh, nice. Oh, cut down. Well, if this isn't spot removal, I guess we'll start with the Boromir. Because if they don't spot remove before this lands, then we can have that ability open. And now the spot removal needs to be an exile piece of removal. If it's an exile, then we can go Gollum. That's activate only as a sorcery, though. Okay, it's going to be cycling, so we're going to get that 5 through. Ooh, buddy. So overall, I could have been playing this much better, guys. So there's some actual power packed into the build so far, I would say. Very nice. Well, let's keep the ball rolling, shall we? You know, I do expect to have to edit in between these sections, so it's going to be another edited video, unfortunately, even though I don't usually like to do that. Oh, right into the next one, guys. Let's go. All right. Oh, MTG Joe. I think I know this person. Well, not like no, I believe I know their YouTube channel. I've seen it around. If it, I mean, if it's the one I'm thinking of. Okay, nasty end. Oh, why did I keep this? Oh, I was so distracted. Oh no, we need to draw some creatures, guys, immediately. Cell core. Nice. Alright, well, we might as well get this down. At least the Inquisitor Captain's gonna help us, and we have the 4 mana for it too, so that's good news at least, but this is a really slow hand, man. Okay, nice. It has indestructible with an indestructible counter on it. That is kind of insane, man. I guess we're in trouble. I apologize for keeping this hand against you, opponent. Hopefully the captain can pull us back into this. Alright, let's continue reading this real quick. Move an indestructible counter from Arwen. Another target creature you gains indestructible until end of turn. Put a +1/+1 counter and lifelink counter on that creature. And a +1/+1 counter and lifelink counter on Arwen. Dude, that looks insane. That looks so good. Alright, Skrelv, and what on earth are you? Look at that creepy artwork. Target creature card in your graveyard perpetually becomes an artifact. May cast that card this turn. Okay, interesting. Well, still no creature. Come on, Inquisitor Captain, what you got for me, buddy? Pull me back into this game, huh? Okay, Nazgûl, Boromir. Wow, both are pretty good. I like the Nazgûl. Let's just show them what the deck actually is, I guess. And then we have a couple Call of the Rings, too. Boromir's great, though. The Vigilance is so good. Alright, let's go Nazgûl. I feel like that's the more fun path, and we still have 8 in here, too. So, alright. You will be my ring bearer. Should we draw? Let's do it. Let's draw one time. Okay, there's a Boromir. And then we'll decline, because we're getting pretty low. We have some blockers here, but Skrelv can help them get that extra damage through. Sauron the Necromancer. Wow. Oh, they hold back. This has Menace. Ringbearer, I guess Nazgûl will be fine. I can draw a couple. Nasty End not doing much. Slip on the Ring. Activates the Captain ability again. Let's decline. Decline. I don't think it'll be worth it, huh? Maybe one time. I don't know. It depends. I know that they have a lot on the board. But I think we have enough for now. How do you guys feel about that? Let's get this down. Slip on the Ring the Captain. See what we grab onto the board. 1, 2, then get Boromir down, right? Let's see what we see, huh? It's too bad we don't have more Nazgûl on this board, because we could go really crazy. We could go really crazy, man. Alright, you're the ring bearer. Let's get the, Oh, you have to cast the captain, guys. Oh. Enters the battlefield if it was cast. Oh. Oops. I am butchering this build, man. I apologize, huh? That would have been pretty cool. But we still got, like, an extra counter on the Nazgûl, too. So, it wasn't that bad. But the Golem would have been a much better play there. So, that's something to consider. I actually put Slip on the Ring back for all the ETBs. I wasn't even thinking twice about the cast on the Inquisitor. Is that a change? That might have been an Alchemy change, guys. It might just be a bad memory, though. And I just don't remember. Okay, they call white, so we can't double block with our single Nazgûl here. This is getting through. Because of Menace. It's the end. I gotta put on my thinking cap for the rest of this game, guys. Is there any way through Frodo? Nice. I apologize, opponent, for not playing at my best ability right now. So if we go into Inquisitor Captain, it doesn't really matter, does it? Let's just keep it on the Nazgûl. This deck is relatively difficult for me to play. I'm sure you guys could pilot it much better, but I definitely don't craft anything that you see from early access events, for sure. Nasty End could help us draw. Some removal would be good. We can double block the Sauron. Samwise can come down just for what, honestly? Just for a blocker? I guess. I don't know, man. Because if we swing, they just take the damage. We can at least flash this down as a surprise blocker. I guess that's the best bet. Yeah, we're dead, guys. We're super dead, unfortunately. Frodo, Sauron's Bane, get that lifelink. Oh, that's right. We could have lifelink on Frodo too. That's a way to pull us back in. I am wondering now if that was an alchemy change or if that was always in alchemy, because we played a bit of alchemy when it first came out, with Inquisitor Captain being just an incredible card. If you cast it and there are 20 or more, I don't remember if that was always a thing, or yeah, they don't know if we have spot removal in hand, so they definitely want to think this all through. And they don't know how explosive we could potentially be either. So, okay, well that's something. Lifelink indestructible. So we can go for the double block on this. I mean, we kind of have to, right? Probably the Gollum. And I wonder, since we're not killing it, if we just nasty end now, since Gollum's legendary will draw 3. And then skip the Samwise play for the turn. Sacrifice a creature. Oh, I'm sorry. There we go. The ring tempts us. Choose a ring bearer. Sure, Nazgûl, why not? We're not drawing. Although we could draw. We're about to draw 3, so we don't want to take more damage here. Hey, there's our other Nazgûl. Very nice. Indestructible. They're up to 29. They're still going wide, guys. Oh my goodness. Really cool deck opponent. Really cool. Alright. Ring tempts us. Yeah, I think they can successfully full swing next turn, unfortunately. I'll just keep it on the Nazgûl. That's something too. I don't really know where to put the ring bearer or where it would be most efficient. It's something I would have to play with more to figure that out. It's too bad we didn't have multiple Nazgûls on the board for a while now, huh? But like playing 2 of them this turn, that's pretty cool, man. And all the Call of the Rings again. I feel like we need to go down to 3 of them. There you go, you can be the new ring bearer. There you go. You know what? I will draw once here. See if I can find... Oh, that is kind of removal, so... Okay. Sure, man. Let's see what they end up doing here. Seat of the Empire was great to see off of Call of the Ring. We have 2 black creatures and 2 white creatures, so the Skrelv still doesn't work out. It's gonna be a full swing. And then we take out Arwen. Keep the Skrelv back. I guess that doesn't... Seat of the Empire is great against that. So let's start with the blocks, right? We got a double block here. It's going to be like you probably, right? And then we'll go on you. Try to take out Frodo here. They can activate Frodo's ability. It doesn't get any larger. Let's try to take out the Arwen. We'll block like this, right? And then we'll go Seat of the Empire on the Arwen. For 1 mana because of all of our legendaries. Very cool. Very, very cool. Okay, we're down to 2. Oh, yeah, their creatures are gonna die. Alyssal Core, man. Good game. Good game, opponent. I could have played it much, much better, so I apologize, honestly. Man, there's a lot to think about here, man. I'm out of my comfort zone. Let's go back to the Goblin deck instead, huh? No, I'm just teasing. Let's get into the next one, huh? I think we have time for one more, probably. There we go, guys. We found another match. All right, opponent, what you bringing to the table, buddy? Good hand, right? Seems like a decent one. Although this comes out tapped, it's gonna be white. We don't have a turn 1, but we get the Scry. Another Nazgûl. You know what? We didn't see enough Nazgûl last game. I'm gonna keep it on top, because for now we have a couple turns of playing 2 mana cards, so. Tenacious Pop! What on earth? Call the Ring, Gollum. Alright, I think it's Gollum here. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, Tenacious Pop, that's right, that's right. I remember it now. The Alchemy card. I was thinking of something else for a second. Another Nazgûl, we got 3 in hand. Uh-oh, now I'm a little concerned. I wanted to keep one on top to make sure we see multiple of them. Okay. Trample Vigilance, it's a 2/4. Because of the Tenacious Pop ability. +1 counter, Trample counter, Vigilance counter. Move a counter of each kind. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, hold on. Let's go Call of the Ring, so we can start getting the ball rolling there and maybe drawing some extra cards. We don't want to attack into a 2/4 by any means, so... Pay blue, tap it, move 1 or more counters onto another target permanent you control if you do draw a card. Dude, what on earth? Oh, and they activate the Arwen ability? How cool is this, huh? Come on, land. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no, guys. Alright, so we can... we can swing if they trade. We go Samwise, bring it back, right, to our hand. And then the ring tempts us. So we're getting there. Yeah, I would love to get these Nazgûls down, but... Let's go swing. They probably take the 3, honestly. Trade with Pop. Okie dokies. And then we'll play Sam. The ring tempts us up to 2. There's a lot to think about in this deck, guys. There really is. Pay 2? Sure. And then discard. Oh, nice. We found the land. So let's get the Frodo down. Beautiful Sam and Frodo on the board. Look at them go. Except Sam is carrying the ring, so this is a little odd. We should change ring bearers next turn, right? Dude, Alchemy cards are so scary. I remember playing with Tenacious Pup back in the day. I'm surprised this didn't get a nerf. Still gains the life. They return Serum Snare with our Sam, huh? I'm just gonna start spamming these Nazgûl onto the board every turn. See what ends up happening here. Move a counter of each kind, not on... I don't know. That might have been a misplay. I don't blame you one bit, opponent. I don't know what the tap was for, honestly. It might have been a misplay. And I've been doing plenty of those today, so... Take action doesn't seem wise now. Doesn't seem Sam wise. Oh, jeez, I'm sorry. So sorry. Alright, we could give Lifelink, get Shamble Buddy down, good chump blocker. Hopefully this isn't... Frodo can win the game next turn if we're successful here, so... Wow, we are really struggling, man. Slip on the ring should probably... No, one of the golems, we have 2 of those. Back up to 15. They took another 3, so let's get Shamble Buddy down. Back down to 14, we got a good blocker. So we can activate Frodo's ability if we see a black mana. We're really struggling to see the mana for this last game. Still, just really cool synergies overall, man. If we can see a mana, Inquisitor Captain might be able to pull this board state back together too. Move one onto Arwen. Which one do they want? It's a 3/3 now, which means Frodo gets through if we see a black mana off the top. As your ring bearer, This is legendary. Can't be blocked by creatures with power. Okay, Trample, Vigilance, Indestructible. Let's get that treasure token, dude. They can't be blocked by creatures with greater power, right? So treasure token, that's triple black on the board. They need a chump blocker. Okay. I guess we'll take the action. We might as well risk it, dude. There's another black mana. Let's do this. Let's actually go this, this, this. Right? Oh, should we have attacked first? This doesn't say anything about sorcery speed, does it? I should have considered that, right? Well, let's see what they end up doing here. Because Frodo might cast the ring into the fire. Swing. Draw, discard, get rid of Gollum, sure. I mean, that's it, right? Frodo? Frodo wins. GG opponent. Well, I'll take it, man. That's a great way to win the last game with Frodo. That's awesome, man. We drew really bad this game. I feel like we drew really bad. And overall, I could have played this deck so much better. A little bit of practice with this build, it's solid, dude. It really is. But just like in general, a lot of the cards in Alchemy have a high power level anyways. So I don't know, man. I really wish that this set was in Standard as well. It's such a cool set. It really, really is, man. Okay. Tempting Orzhov. Here's the list again, guys. I really enjoyed it. There's obviously a more optimized way of putting this list together. Call of the Ring seemed fine. I think I would drop it to 3, though. I don't think the 4 is necessary. Frodo is awesome. Sam, I misplayed a couple times, or once at least. I could see dropping this down to 2. If you do, you still want to keep the creature count about the same for the couple Inquisitor Captains. And of course, Inquisitor Captain, it does say if you cast it, so it does not work with Slip on the Ring, which, while I do think this is still a fine card, and I wanted to play with as many new cards as possible, I think we could drop this as well. And remember, guys, this is an early access event, so definitely do not craft anything from anyone's early access events, man. I know it's an Alchemy build, and we play Standard over here, so I know a lot of you guys aren't looking to craft these anyways, but I would always recommend, regardless, waiting 1 or 2 weeks, letting the meta settle a little bit before you spend any of your precious wildcards for sure. So, and I wouldn't craft this list unless you planned on playing a lot of Alchemy, right? I guess. Which honestly, like, it could be really fun, man, playing all these Lord of the Rings cards. Boromir as a 2 of, it seemed a little unnecessary too. So how would I optimize this build to just be better overall? I would drop down to 1 Boromir. I'd drop down to 2 Samwise. I'd drop the Slip on the Ring altogether. This gives you 3 cards, and I would drop the Call of the Ring down to 3 as well. This gives you 4 openings. We have 23 land in here. I guess if you struggle as much as I did in that last game, then going up to the 24th mana could be fine. Shamble Buddy is a little bit of ramp, though, so that's good. The draw on the nasty end seemed pretty powerful. I liked the triple golems. I wouldn't change that. The triple Frodo seemed pretty good, too. Let's see. We have 4 cards. I'd go up 1 Inquisitor Captain up to 3. That gives us 3 total. Honestly, just more removal, right? Like a couple Go for the Throat would go a long way. And maybe another Golem's Bite, because it doesn't seem that bad. And you're swinging with creatures in this deck anyways, so acting as a way to kind of, I mean, I guess, yeah, if your opponents think they're trading into a creature or something, Golem's Bite could help you out. So it acts as a combat trick, I suppose. And then it has that bottom ability, activate only as a sorcery, though. 4 mana is pretty expensive, too. But yeah, just more removal. Probably your removal of choice at that point. So, guys, if you made it this far into the video, y'all are champions for real. Remember, because of the long wait times, I do have to edit most of the in-betweens of the games. But I have been keeping all the matches, even the embarrassing ones where I do a lot of misplays. So we didn't have nearly as many misplays when I played Goblins, though, because we're so used to that style, though. The Raddic here. This was all right, right? Like, it was pretty cool that we were able to find that card that was going to gain us life, but the opponent still was able to get there regardless, so. Yeah, either way, guys, like I said, if you made it this far in, y'all are champions. I super appreciate you, and I will see you in the next video.